Parshat, Naso. Again Adonai spoke to Moses, saying, Take a census also of the sons of Gershon, by their ancestral households, and by their families. Count all the males from 30 to 50 years of age, everyone coming to work in the service of the tent of meeting. This is the task of the Gershonite families in working and carrying burdens. They are to carry the curtains of the tabernacle, the tent of meeting, its covering, the outer covering of porpoise hide, the curtains for the entrance of the tent of meeting, the curtains surrounding the courtyard and the altar, the curtain for the entrance, the ropes, and all the equipment used in its operations. They are to do all that needs to be done with these things. The sons of the Gershonites are to do all their tasks, whether carrying or doing other work, according to the word of Aaron and his sons. You are to assign to them all that is their responsibility to carry. This is the duty of the families of the sons of the Gershonites regarding the tent of meeting. Their duty will be under the direction of Ithamar, son of Aaron the Cohen. Next, count the sons of Merari, according to their families and their ancestral houses. Sons 30 years old and upward to 50, everyone coming to work in the service of the tent of meeting. This is their task in the service of the tent of meeting: the frames of the tabernacle, its crossbars, posts, and bases, as well as the posts of the surrounding courtyard, plus their bases, tent pegs, ropes, and all the paraphernalia with everything related to their operation. Assign to them by name their duties and tasks. This is the service of the families of the sons of Merari, as they work under the direction of Ithamar, son of Aaron the Cohen. So Moses, Aaron, and the princes of the community counted the sons of the Kohathites according to their families and their ancestral households. All the men who came to do the service of the tent of meeting, from 30 to 50 years of age, were counted by families, 2,750. This was the total of those in the families of the Kohathites, everyone serving in the tent of meeting. Moses and Aaron counted them according to the mouth of Adonai by Moses' hand. The sons of Gershon were counted according to their families and their ancestral households, males from 30 years old and upward to 50, all those coming to work in the service of the tent of meeting, numbered according to their families and ancestral households, 2,630. These were those counted from the families of the sons of Gershon, each serving in the tent of meeting. Moses and Aaron counted according to the mouth of Adonai. Those were counted from the families and ancestral households of the sons of Merari, from 30 years old and upward to 50, who came to work of the service of the tent of meeting. Numbered by families, they were 3,200. These were those numbered from the families by the sons of Merari by Moses and Aaron, in accordance with the mouth of Adonai by Moses' hand. Thus Moses, Aaron, and the princes of Israel counted all the Levites by their families and by their ancestral houses. All the men from 30 to 50 years old who came to do the work of the service and of carrying the tent of meeting numbered 8,580. From the mouth of Adonai by Moses' hand, each man was assigned his work and his burden to carry. So they were counted as Adonai commanded Moses. Chapter 5. Adonai spoke to Moses, saying, Command Bnei Israel to send out of the camp everyone with za'arat, who has some kind of discharge, or any contaminated by a dead body. Whether male or female, you are to send them outside the camp, so as not to defile the camp where I am dwelling among them. This Bnei Israel did, sending them outside the camp. Just as Adonai spoke to Moses, so Bnei Israel did. Adonai spoke to Moses, saying, Say to Bnei Israel, whenever a man or woman commits any sin against any person, thus breaking faith with Adonai, that soul bears guilt. That person is to confess the sin he has committed, make full restitution for his wrong, add 1/5 to it, and give it to the one he wronged. But if that person has no close relative to whom to pay the restitution belongs to Adonai. It is to be given to the Cohen along with the ram of atonement, with which he is to make atonement for him. Every contribution from all the sacred things that Bnei Israel brings to the Cohen will belong to him. Each one's sacred holy gifts are his own. But whatever each man gives to the Cohen belongs to that Cohen. Adonai spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to Bnei Israel, and say unto them, Suppose some man's wife goes astray and is unfaithful to him, and another man has sexual relations with her, but it is hidden from her husband's eyes, and her impurity is not detected. Yet there was no witness against her, and she was not caught in the act. Then a spirit of jealousy overcomes him, and he is suspicious of his wife when she is impure. Or a spirit of jealousy overcomes him when he suspects his wife, yet she is not impure. Then he should take his wife to the Kohen. He must also bring 1/10 of an ephah of barley flour as an offering for her. He is not to pour oil or put incense upon it, because it is an offering for jealousy, a reminder offering, drawing attention to guiltiness. The Kohen is to bring her near and have her stand before Adonai. Then the Kohen is to take some holy water in a clay jar and take some dust from the floor of the tabernacle and put it into the water. Then the Kohen will have the woman stand before Adonai, loosen the woman's hair, put into her hands the reminder offering, the offering for jealousy, while in the Kohen's own hands are the bitter waters that bring a curse. Then the Kohen will have her swear an oath, then say to the woman, If no man other than your husband has slept with you, and if you have not gone astray into impurity from your husband, may this bitter water that brings a curse not harm you. If, however, you have gone astray from your husband and have become impure, and have had sexual relations with another man other than your husband, then the Kohen is to have the woman swear under this oath of a curse, and say to the woman, Then let Adonai cause you to be cursed and denounced among your people, when Adonai causes your thigh to rot and your belly to swell. May this water which brings a curse enter your body, and cause your belly to swell and your thigh to rot. And the woman is to say, Amen, Amen. Then the Kohen is to write these curses on a scroll, wash them into the waters of bitterness. The Kohen will then leave the woman to drink the bitter water bearing curses, so that the water of the curses of bitterness enters her. The Kohen is to take the jealousy offering from the woman's hand, wave the offering before Adonai, and bring it to the altar. The Kohen is to take a handful of the grain offering and burn it up in smoke on the altar as a memorial offering. The Kohen will then have the woman drink the water. When she is made to drink the water that carries the curse, if she has defiled herself and been unfaithful to her husband, it will enter her and cause bitterness. Her abdomen will swell and her thigh will waste away. She will be a curse from among her people. If, however, the woman has not defiled herself and is clean, she will be free from guilt and be able to have children. This is the Torah regarding jealousy when a woman goes astray from her husband and defiles herself, or when a spirit of jealousy overcomes a man and he jealously suspects his wife. The Kohen is to have her stand before Adonai and apply this entire Torah unto her. The husband will be free from guilt, but that woman will bear her guilt. Chapter 6. Again Adonai spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to Bnei Israel and say to them, Any man or woman who desires to vow a Nazirite vow to be separate for Adonai is to abstain from wine or any other fermented drink. He is not to drink any vinegar made from wine, or any fermented drink, or any grape juice, or eat grapes or raisins. All during his days as a Nazirite he is not to eat anything from the grapevine, even the seeds or skins. All the duration of his Nazirite vow no razor is to come upon his head, until the time of his consecration to Adonai is over. He is to be holy, and the hair of his head is to grow long. All the days of his separation to Adonai he is not to go near a dead body. Even if his father, mother, brother, or sister should die, he is not to make himself unclean, because his consecration to God is upon his head. All the days of his separation he is to be consecrated to Adonai. Now someone should die suddenly in his presence, thereby defiling his dedicated head. He is to shave his head on the day of his purification, the 7th day. Then on the 8th day he is to bring 2 doves or 2 young pigeons to the Kohen at the entrance of the tent of meeting. The Kohen is to offer one as a sin offering and the other as a burnt offering. He is to make atonement for him because he sinned through the corpse. He must consecrate his head on the same day. He will be dedicated to Adonai for the days of his Nazirite separation. He is to bring a year-old male lamb as a guilt offering. The previous days will not count because he was contaminated during his Nazirite separation. This then is the Torah of the Nazirite when his period of separation is over. He must be brought to the entrance of the tent of meeting. He is to present his offering to Adonai, a year-old male lamb without flaw as a burnt offering, a year-old female lamb without flaw as a sin offering, a flawless ram as a fellowship offering, along with a basket of matzah cakes made of fine flour mixed with oil and matzah wafers spread with oil, along with their grain and drink offerings. The Kohen will offer these before Adonai and present his sin offering and burnt offering. Then he is to sacrifice the ram as a fellowship offering to Adonai, along with the basket of matzah. The Kohen will also present the grain and drink offerings. The Nazirite is then to shave the hair of his dedication at the entrance of the tent of meeting, and he is to take the hair of his dedication and put it in the fire of the fellowship offering sacrifice. The Kohen is to take the boiled shoulder of the ram and one matzah cake and one matzah wafer from the basket, and he is to place them into the hands of the Nazirite after he has shaved the hair of his dedication. The Kohen will wave them before Adonai as a wave offering. They are holy, and belong to the Kohen along with the breast that was waved and the thigh that was presented. Afterward, the Nazirite may drink wine. This is the Torah regarding the Nazirite who vows his offering to Adonai with regard to his consecration, besides whatever else he can afford. He must fulfill the vow he has made in accordance with the Torah of his consecration. Again Adonai spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to Aaron and to his sons, saying, Thus you are to bless Bnei Israel by saying unto them, Adonai bless you and keep you. Adonai make his face to shine on you and be gracious to you. Adonai turn his face toward you and grant you shalom." In this way they are to place my name over Bnei Israel, and so I will bless them. Chapter 7. When Moses finished setting up the tabernacle, he anointed and consecrated it and all its implements, the altar and all its utensils, and he anointed and consecrated them. Then the princes of Israel, heads of their ancestral houses, they were tribal princes in charge over those who were numbered, gave offerings. They brought their gift before Adonai, 6 covered carts and 12 oxen. A cart came from every 2 princes, and an ox from each one of them. They presented them before the tabernacle. Adonai spoke to Moses, saying, "Accept these from them to use in the service of the tent of meeting. Give them to the Levites to use, as each man's work requires." So Moses took the carts and oxen, and he gave them to the Levites. He gave 2 carts and 4 oxen to the sons of Gershon, as their work required, and 4 carts and 8 oxen to the sons of Merari, as their work required, under the direction of Ithamar, son of Aaron the Cohen. But to the sons of Kohath he did not give any, because their responsibility was carrying the holy items upon their shoulders. When the altar was anointed, the princes brought their dedication offerings and presented them before the altar. For Adonai had said to Moses, "Each day one of the princes is to bring his offering for the altar's dedication." Bringing his offering on the first day was Naso, son of Amminadab, from the tribe of Judah. His offering was 1 silver plate weighing 130 shekels, 1 silver basin weighing 70 shekels by the shekel of the sanctuary, both of them filled with fine flour mixed with oil as a grain offering, 1 ladle of 10 shekels of gold filled with incense, 1 young bull from the herd, 1 ram, 1 male lamb a year old as a burnt offering, 1 male goat as a sin offering, and 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs 1 year old to be sacrificed as a fellowship offering. This was the offering of Naso, son of Amminadab. On the second day, Nethanel, son of Zuar, prince of Issachar, brought his offering. The offering he brought was 1 silver plate weighing 130 shekels, 1 silver basin weighing 70 shekels according to the shekel of the sanctuary, both filled with fine flour mixed with oil for a grain offering, 1 gold ladle of 10 shekels filled with incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb 1 year old for a burnt offering, 1 male goat for a sin offering, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs 1 year old to be sacrificed as a fellowship offering. This was the offering of Nethanel son of Zuar. On the third day was the prince of the sons of Zebulun, Eliab son of Helon. His offering was 1 silver plate weighing 130 shekels, 1 silver basin weighing 70 shekels, both according to the shekel of the sanctuary, both filled with fine flour mixed with oil for a grain offering. 1 ladle, 10 shekels of gold filled with incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, and 1 male lamb a year old for a burnt offering, 1 male goat for a sin offering, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs a year old to be sacrificed as a fellowship offering. This was the offering of Eliab son of Helon. On the fourth day was the prince of the sons of Reuben, Elizur son of Shedeur. His offering was 1 silver plate weighing 130 shekels, 1 silver basin weighing 70 shekels according to the shekel of the sanctuary, both filled with fine flour mixed with oil for a grain offering. 1 ladle of 10 shekels of gold filled with incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb a year old for a burnt offering, 1 male goat for a sin offering, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs a year old to be sacrificed as a fellowship offering. This was the offering of Elizur son of Shedeur. On the fifth day was the prince of the sons of Simeon, Shelumiel son of Zerushadai. His offering was 1 silver plate weighing 130 shekels, 1 silver basin weighing 70 shekels according to the shekel of the sanctuary, both filled with fine flour mixed with oil for a grain offering. 1 ladle of 10 shekels of gold filled with incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb a year old for a burnt offering, 1 male goat for a sin offering, and 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs a year old to be sacrificed as a fellowship offering. This was the offering of Shelumiel son of Zerushadai. On the sixth day was the prince of the sons of Gad, Elisaph son of Deuel. His offering was 1 silver plate weighing 130 shekels, 1 silver basin weighing 70 shekels according to the shekel of the sanctuary, both filled with fine flour mixed with oil for a grain offering. 1 ladle of 10 shekels of gold filled with incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb a year old for a burnt offering, 1 male goat for a sin offering, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs a year old to be sacrificed as a fellowship offering. This was the offering of Elisaph son of Deuel. On the seventh day was the prince of the sons of Ephraim, Elishma son of Amminahud. His offering was 1 silver plate weighing 130 shekels, 1 silver basin weighing 70 shekels according to the shekel of the sanctuary, both filled with fine flour mixed with oil for a grain offering. 1 ladle of 10 shekels of gold filled with incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb a year old for a burnt offering, 1 male goat for a sin offering, and 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs a year old to be sacrificed as a fellowship offering. This was the offering of Elishma son of Amminahud. On the 8th day was the prince of the sons of Manasseh, Gamliel son of Pedazur. His offering was 1 silver plate weighing 130 shekels, 1 silver basin weighing 70 shekels according to the shekel of the sanctuary, both filled with fine flour mixed with oil for a grain offering. 1 ladle of 10 shekels of gold filled with incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb a year old for burnt offering, 1 male goat for a sin offering, and 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs a year old to be sacrificed as a fellowship offering. This was the offering of Gamliel son of Pedazur. On the 9th day was the prince of the sons of Benjamin, Abidan son of Gideoni. His offering was 1 silver plate weighing 130 shekels, 1 silver basin weighing 70 shekels according to the shekel of the sanctuary, both filled with fine flour mixed with oil for grain offering. 1 ladle of 10 shekels of gold filled with incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, and 1 male lamb a year old for burnt offering, 1 male goat for a sin offering, and 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs a year old to be sacrificed as a fellowship offering. This was the offering of Amminadab son of Gideoni. On the 10th day came the prince of the sons of Dan, Elisur, son of Ammishaddai. His offering was 1 silver plate weighing 130 shekels, 1 silver basin weighing 70 shekels according to the shekel of the sanctuary, both filled with fine flour mixed with oil for a grain offering, 1 ladle of 10 shekels of gold filled with incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb a year old as a burnt offering, 1 male goat for a sin offering, and 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs a year old to be sacrificed as a fellowship offering. This was the offering of Elisur, son of Ammishaddai. On the 11th day came the prince of the sons of Asher, Pagiel, son of Ochran. His offering was 1 silver plate weighing 130 shekels, 1 silver basin weighing 70 shekels according to the shekel of the sanctuary, both filled with fine flour mixed with oil for a grain offering, 1 ladle of 10 shekels of gold filled with incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb as a year old as a burnt offering, 1 male goat for a sin offering, and 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs a year old to be sacrificed as a fellowship offering. This was the offering of Pagiel, son of Ochran. On the 12th day came the prince of the sons of Naphtali, Ahira, son of Anan. His offering was 1 silver plate weighing 130 shekels, 1 silver basin weighing 70 shekels according to the shekel of the sanctuary, both filled with fine flour mixed with oil for a grain offering, 1 ladle of 10 shekels of gold filled with incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb a year old as a burnt offering, 1 male goat for a sin offering, and 2 young bulls, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs a year old to be sacrificed as a fellowship offering. This was the offering of Ahira, son of Anan. This was the dedication offering from the princes of Israel for the day when the altar was to be anointed. 12 silver plates, 12 silver basins, 12 gold ladles. Each silver plate was 130 shekels, and each silver basin was 70 shekels. Altogether, the silver utensils weighed 2,400 shekels according to the shekel of the sanctuary. The 12 gold ladles filled with incense each weighed 10 shekels. By the shekel of the sanctuary, together the gold ladles totaled 120 shekels. The total of the livestock for the burnt offering was 12 young bulls, 12 rams, and 12 male lambs a year old along with their grain offering. 12 male goats were sin offerings. The total number of livestock used for sacrifice of fellowship offerings was 24 oxen, 60 rams, 60 male goats, and 60 male lambs a year old. These were the dedicatory offerings for the altar after it was anointed. When Moses entered the tent of meeting to speak with Adonai, he heard the voice speaking to him above the atonement cover, atop the ark of testimony between the cherubim. So he spoke with him.